I am very fine. Have you any sitting problem? Have you taken a seat properly in the classroom? Okay. Can you see the blackboard? Can you hear my talking clearly? Okay. Today I am going to share a very simple message among you from your English textbook. Have you understood my talking? Any problem you feel? Okay. Listen. I am going to share a very simple message, but very impressive and interesting message from a textbook. Please listen and enjoy the class. Open your textbook. Open your textbook. Open at page 18. Now, before going to the main discussion, I will focus on several questions related to today's topic. Tell me, what is the season? Have you any idea about season? Anyone who can tell what is a season? Season. Yes. Actually, season is the duration of nearly 2 months. How many seasons we have? Is there anyone who can tell how many seasons we have? We have 6 seasons. Okay. We have 6 seasons. 6 seasons make a year. Right? 6 seasons make a year. Now, open at page 18 in your textbook, lesson 3, autumn. Today's lesson is autumn. Autumn is a season. Autumn is a seasons. What are the 6 seasons? We have already familiarized. Summer seasons, rainy seasons, autumn, late autumn, winter and spring seasons. These total 6 seasons make a year. Okay? The poem Autumn is written by an English romantic poet, John Clare. John Clare. John Clare. 1793 to 1864. The poet John Clare belongs to the Romantic period. Romantic age. Romantic period starts from 1798 and ends 1832. So the poet John Clare belongs to Romantic period. He is a Romantic poet. Not only Romantic period, he also belongs to Victorian age, because Victorian period or age starts after Romantic period. Victorian age. (1832 to 1880) approximately. So now I am going to share A very simple and interesting message from the first stanza. The poem has four stanza. Each stanza contains 6 lines, 6 verses. Now there may arise a question. What is a stanza? Anyone who can tell what is a stanza? Stanza is a poetic form containing some metrical verse. In simple word, a stanza is a collection of several poetical lines or verse. Metrical composition. The stanza may be of 2 lines, stanza may be of 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6 lines, and so on. Now, look at the first stanza. This stanza has 6 lines. A stanza of 6 lines is called sestet. This is a sestet. First stanza. Now look at the opening line. I love the fitful gust that shakes the casement all day. First 2 lines, at first I try to explain and you try to understand. The poet means to say in the opening line of this poem, I love the fitful gust. What is gust? Gust means sudden, strong rush of wind. Gust means sudden, strong rush of wind. Gust. And fitful means irregular, not regularly, irregular. Fitful gust that shakes, S-H-A-K-E-S, shakes. What does shakes mean? Shakes means vibrate or agitate. Who agitates and what? In the first line, opening line, we can see that the gust, a kind of wind, violent storm, agitates, vibrates the casement all day. What is casement? Any idea? What is a casement? A casement is a large window pane that can open like a door. Casement is a large window pane that opens like a door. This is casement. The casement is agitated all day by the gust, by the storm, wind, violent storm. The poet means to say this. The third line, and from the mossy elm tree takes the faded leaves away. And from the mossy elm tree takes the faded leaves away. What is mossy elm tree? Look at this expression, mossy elm trees. Mossy elm tree. Faded leaves. Faded means faded, dried. Faded means dried. Elms is a kind of tree. Elms is a kind of big tree, old tree. This type of trees generally seen in old towns. Okay? Elm is a type of tree that can be seen in old towns, old cities. This tree is covered with moss plant. What is moss? Moss is a type of lower category plant. Moss is a kind of plant of lower category. This elm tree is covered with moss plants. The storm, violent storm, according to the poet, takes the dried leaves from the elm tree, covered with moss plants, twirling them by the window pane. twirling them. Twirling means is spinning round and round, revolving round and round, rotating round and round. Twirling them means dried leaves, faded leaves. By the window pane, casement. I have already explained the term casement, a large window pane that opens like a door. With thousand others down the lane. The poet gives the message in the first stanza that a violent storm vibrates the casement all the day, and then this violent storm takes or carries the dried leaves from the old trees and scatters them past the casement and narrow lane. What is lane? Lane means a narrow passage for walking. Lane means a narrow passage for walking. And now in the first stanza, the message I am going to share among you. The poet John Clare means to say that in autumn, a violent storm vibrates, agitates, shakes the window pane worldly, carries away the dried leaves from the elm tree and scatters them beside a narrow lane or narrow passage or lane. This is the central theme or message in the first stanza. Have you any question from this passage? Have you any difficulty? Have you any learning problem? If you cannot understand, you may ask in Bengali, no problem. Okay. বাংলাতে বলছি এবার বোঝার চেষ্টা করো। তাহলে এই যে ওয়াটাম কবিতা, ওয়াটাম মানে শরৎকাল। এই শরৎকালে একটা ভয়ঙ্কর একটা ঘূর্ণিঝড় গাছ সে কি করেছে, সারাদিন বাড়ির যে উইন্ডো পেন, কাচের জানলা, সেটাকে সে খুব আন্দোলিত করছে। হ্যাঁ, এজিটেটস, ভাইব্রেটস করা, শেকস আন্দোলিত করা, ভাইব্রেট করা, কম্পিত করা, এটা একটা কাজ করছে। আর কি করছে, যে এলম ট্রি আছে, যে মশ প্ল্যান্ট দ্বারা আচ্ছাদিত এলম ট্রি, সেই এলম গাছের শুকনো পাতাগুলিকে সেই ঘূর্ণিঝড় তোমার চক্করা করে ঘুরিয়ে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে, উড়িয়ে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। এবং যেতে যেতে কোথায় যাচ্ছে, একটা গলি পথের মধ্যে দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, লেন। সেই গলি পথের মধ্যে দিয়ে সেই পাতাগুলিকে ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে দিচ্ছে। তো এইখানে এলম ট্রি এর একটা সিম্বলিক্যাল মিনিং আছে। এটা আমরা পরে জানবো, এখন অনেকগুলো স্ট্যান্জা আছে, একদিনে সবগুলো সম্ভব না। হ্যাঁ, তো এলম আগে বলেছি, এলম হচ্ছে পুরাতন শহরে দেখা যায়। তো এইখানে এই কবিতায় ফার্স্ট স্ট্যান্জাতে কবি একটা মানে মেসেজ দিতে চাইছেন, একটা মানে সৌন্দর্যের মেসেজ, একটা মানে এই যে ড্রাইড লিভ মানে ডেথ অ্যান্ড ডিকে, ইমপারমানেন্স অফ লাইফ, সাইক্লিক অর্ডার অফ ন্যাচারাল সারাউন্ডিং, এই মেসেজটা তিনি এই ফার্স্ট স্ট্যান্জার মাধ্যমে দিতে চেয়েছেন। কাজ এই পর্যন্তই থাক, পরে আমরা আবার আরো বিস্তারিত আলোচনা করব। থ্যাংকস টু অল অফ ইউ।